Hey guys, it's Amber, and I'm going to be working on day 8 here. So I've already made a lot of my decisions off camera and done a lot of prep work here. So I have this awesome photo here of a painting that one of the girls did. This is the original here. It was a 5x7, and I blew it up to a 7 by 8 1/4. And then what I want to do is create a slit in here to create a pocket to stuff down in there. So what I think I'm going to do is use one of these 4x8 pockets from the 2019 kit. And I printed out some journaling here that just explains who made it and when and why. And I took this, I had her sign it, put her age and the date she made it on the back of the painting. So I took a photo of that, use the magic wand tool in Photoshop to select it, and then copy and paste it into this file here. So I'm going to be cutting a slit in here, and I have a fun trick that I want to try with that. And then to go along with that story of the painting, and I'm talking about our favorite Christmas movies. And it just so happened to be that the first one we watched this year was the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So I have a list here of our favorites. I kind of put them in sort of like a Christmas tree shape, and then I have the new ones from this year. A couple of them are like sequels to ones that came out last year, but I have those going the opposite direction here. I've got my number 8 chipboard. I think that I'm going to be putting that on the ornament here, just to give it a little something else extra. And potentially maybe adding a couple of these white star stickers, because I've kind of been doing that a lot. I had a couple pieces here. So this, by the way, is a scrapbook.com page protector. It has a 3x8 on one side and 2 3x4s on the other. So it's the only one I have that's like this that I've seen made. So I'm going to have to punch extra holes, not a problem. But I am thinking I had either this red Awesome Spirit of the Season, which is kind of more of an orangey red compared to my photo. Not that that's super important. I have this card from the 2017 kit, which is this on repeat listening, watching, overhearing that I kind of like, and I want to just do a little bit of handwritten journaling on there. But instead of this card, I'm potentially thinking of using this, this scrap of transparency that I had left over from my day 5 piece that is from Pretty Little Studio. And it's double-sided with the red. So I'm thinking about putting that in this upper pocket, and I was thinking about even doing this chipboard hexagon piece here instead of having it directly centered, maybe kind of covering one of the stars so it looks balanced with like the white space around it. So we'll see. I could just also stick it dab smack in the center of this one, which would be really well balanced because it's covering 3 stars. Partly what I've been thinking about, since I'm a little behind, is working on my day 9 story. And I have this other hexagon chipboard piece which would actually match that I could back on the other side. So I would have something to go with it. And I might put like a little word phrase sticker or something in there. So what I want to start with is creating this slit in my photo here. I'm just going to tuck these away so I don't lose them. To the side. So what I'm going to do is grab my crocodile tool, and I'm going to trim the edges off of the photo. I'm going to flip this over, figure out, like I'm going to leave room for adhesive down here, but I'm going to figure out where this is going to sit. I'm going to punch a hole on either side that's in the tiny hole here, and then I think what I want to do is use my craft knife tool to create the slit going between 2 of those. I've seen Amy Gresham do that. That's where I got the idea from, and it creates like a really nice kind of elongated slot instead of just one little slit. It just looks more finished, I guess is the best way to put it. So let me grab my craft mat here, and I also need to trim my photo. So let me do that. It's going to be going on the back of my day 7, so before I finish, I'm going to make sure it's going to fit. It looks like it's going to be a good fit. Okay. Just gives me nice even edges. So the other thing that I want to kind of do is figure out how far in this is going to sit. Which looks to be like about 1 inch and 1/16 maybe. I'm okay if it sticks out like above the photo. Okay, I'm just gonna make some markings here so I know it's gonna be straight. Gotta remember not to do that on the fresh side. Okay, and then so I know that the slits have to be at least that wide. And the nice thing is they're gonna pretty much go right where it needs to be. I'm basically just punching right over the markings that I made. And that will be perfect because it'll give me a teeny bit of wiggle room. Let me grab my craft mat real quick. And I did go out and buy a new craft knife, which if you saw me struggling on day 7, you'll say, thank goodness. I'm going to steal the magnets out of here again. And my ruler is also magnetized. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing then is connecting these 2 holes. That's better. Okay. I feel like I want to be able to see the bottom of that. So I don't go too far by accident. Okay. See, that just gives it like a really nice professional looking slot for that to slide down into. It's a little big, but I think it'll look good. Okay. Alrighty, so looks pretty good. It's definitely not perfect, but most of the time it's going to be covered by a tag anyway. So my next step is going to be to connect these two tags together. I'm just holding them up to the light here. I left it wide on purpose. Like, I didn't trim it to 4x8, partly because obviously it's white, but I wanted to make sure that it was plenty big enough for the tag in case I missed anything. Just going to kind of hold that up to the light. Just trying to make sure that everything is straight. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, now trim time. So overall, this layout is actually a pretty easy one because I'm just creating this hidden pocket in the full-size page. I'm going to add some twine and ribbon to the top. I'm going to do a couple pieces, I think, just to make it look nice and full. I don't want it to get too bulky, but I want to put more than one piece in there. That's good. The only thing I need to do is figure out how to punch a hole that big because they're much bigger than any hole punch that I have, which is good for ribbon, but... And I also thought about putting some sort of decoration on here. And I even still was trying to figure out if I wanted to do like the plain white tag, but I think I want the red tag with a little bit of pattern to show. The other thing I want to do is create a little bit of a lip at the bottom so it prevents the tag from getting stuck on the adhesive. I think I'm going to do red line tape instead of the score tape just because it's thicker. I'm only going to be putting it right here at the base of the photo, of the tag. And for the rest of this, I think I'm just going to use my 1/2 inch Gina K Terrific tape, and this is going to get punched on this side, so I just need to pay attention to the holes there.